Hello, everyone.
Welcome to Spoken English Podcast.
Sam, I need to tell you something embarrassing before we start.
Oh, I love when episodes start like this.
Yesterday, in a meeting, I meant to say let's circle back to this, and instead I said let's circle this back.
Circle this back?
Like it was a small dog I was training.
Circle this back. Sit, stay.
Everyone paused for a second, and I felt my whole face turn red.
What did you do?
I panicked, said sorry, never mind, and completely lost my idea.
That's the part that gets me. The mistake itself was tiny.
Tiny. Nobody even cared, but my reaction made it feel huge.
And that right there is exactly today's topic.
Communicating with confidence in English. Not perfect English, confident English.
Because those are two very different things, and today we're going to prove it.
Hey, English learners, welcome back to the Spoken English Podcast, your cozy little place to learn easy English through real, everyday conversations. I'm Mira.
And I'm Sam, a man who once said, circle this back, and lived to tell the story.
We're both very proud of you.
Thank you. It took real courage to survive that meeting.
Today, we're talking about something almost every English learner struggles with, speaking with confidence, even when you're nervous, even when you make mistakes.
This episode is B1 to B2 level, so we'll keep things clear and natural.
Later, in Word Tour, we'll slow down some strong words connected to confidence and communication.
And in Say It Better, we'll take nervous, apologetic sentences and turn them into calm, confident ones.
So by the end of this episode, you won't just understand confidence, you'll have actual phrases you can use the next time your brain tries to panic.
Let's get into it.
Okay, so let's start with the biggest myth. A lot of learners believe confident English means speaking fast.
I believed that for years, honestly.
What made you think that?
Confident people on TV, in movies and meetings, they always seem to talk quickly without stopping. So I thought if I speak fast, I'll sound fluent.
And did it work?
For about 5 seconds, then I'd forget a word, panic, and speed up even more to hide it.
Speeding up to hide a mistake, that's a very human strategy.
It never worked, though. It just made the mistake more obvious.
Right, because speed isn't the same as clarity.
Exactly. Clarity means the listener can actually follow what you're saying.
A slow, clear sentence is far more confident than a fast, messy one.
I had to unlearn that completely.
So if speed isn't confidence, what actually is?
I think confidence is being able to stay calm even when something goes wrong.
That's a really good definition. Staying composed.
Composed, yes. Not perfect, just composed.
There's a difference between freezing and pausing, and I think learners confuse the two.
Explain that.
Freezing feels like your mind has completely disappeared. Total blank.
I know that feeling well.
But pausing is different. Pausing means you're taking a short moment to organize your thought before continuing.
So a pause can actually look confident.
It can look very confident if you don't panic during it.
That's the hard part, though. Silence feels dangerous when you're nervous.
It does because your brain thinks everyone is judging the silence.
Are they, though?
Usually not. Most people don't even notice a 2-second pause. We only notice our own pauses because we're inside our own head.
That's oddly comforting.
It should be. Nobody is holding a stopwatch on your sentences except you.
I need to remember that next time I circle something back.
Let's talk about what actually happens in your brain in that nervous moment, because I think understanding it helps a lot.
Please, explain my own panic to me.
When someone asks you a question in English, especially in a group or a meeting, your brain is doing several jobs at once.
Like what?
It's trying to understand the question, translate your idea, build a sentence, check grammar, and worry about being judged all at the same time.
That's a lot of jobs for one small moment.
Way too many jobs, and that's why the brain sometimes just gives up and goes blank.
So it's not that my English is bad, it's that my brain is overloaded.
Exactly. And once you understand that, you can be a lot kinder to yourself about it.
I like that reframe.
It's not weakness, it's just too many tasks happening in half a second.
Can I push back a little here?
Always.
I don't think just knowing the reason fixes the problem completely.
That's fair.
Knowing why a fire alarm is loud doesn't make it less loud.
That's a strong comparison.
Thank you. So what actually helps in the moment?
I think it starts with having a few ready phrases so your brain doesn't have to build everything from zero.
Like a safety net.
Exactly like a safety net. A phrase you can lean on when your mind goes quiet.
Give me an example.
Something like, let me think for a second. Or, that's a good question, give me a moment.
Those sound so simple.
They are simple, but they buy you time without sounding weak.
I think learners avoid saying things like that because they feel like it exposes them.
It doesn't expose you, it protects the conversation. It tells the other person, I'm still here, I'm just thinking.
That's much better than just going silent and hoping nobody notices.
Right. Silence with no explanation feels awkward. Silence with a phrase feels intentional. Let's talk about mistakes now, because I think this is where confidence really gets tested.
Oh, we're doing this?
We are. Let's go back to your circle this back moment.
Must we?
Gently, yes. What did you do right after the mistake?
I apologized. A lot.
How many times, roughly?
I said sorry 3 times in one sentence.
That's a lot of sorries for one small phrase mix-up.
In my defense, I panicked.
I understand, but here's the problem. Over-apologizing actually makes the mistake feel bigger than it was.
Really?
Think about it. If you say one word wrong and just correct it calmly, people barely notice. But if you apologize 3 times, now everyone is focused on the mistake instead of your idea.
So my apology made it worse.
A little bit, yes. Sorry.
That was cruel timing.
I couldn't resist. But seriously, a better response would have been something like, sorry, let's come back to this. And then just continuing.
One small correction, no drama.
Exactly. The goal isn't to never make mistakes. The goal is to recover quickly and keep going.
Recovering instead of collapsing.
That's a great way to put it. Mistakes will always happen in any language, even your first one.
True. I mix up words in my own language sometimes too.
Everyone does, but we don't apologize 3 times for that. We just fix it and move on.
So the skill isn't perfect English, the skill is smooth recovery.
Yes, and that skill is something you can actually practice. I want to bring up another confidence killer, asking for clarification.
Oh, I hate doing that.
Why?
Because if I ask someone to repeat something, I feel like it proves my English isn't good enough.
I understand that fear, but I think it's actually the opposite.
The opposite how?
Asking for clarification shows you're engaged and paying attention. Pretending you understood when you didn't is far riskier.
That's true. I've smiled and nodded through entire sentences I didn't understand.
And what happened after?
Usually chaos. Someone asks me to do something based on that conversation, and I have no idea what they mean.
The classic nodding trap.
The nodding trap has ruined more of my week than I'd like to admit.
Native speakers ask for clarification constantly. Sorry, what do you mean? Could you say that again? Just to be clear, do you mean the report or the meeting?
Those actually sound quite professional.
They are professional. Clarifying isn't weakness, it's communication. Let's talk about something practical now. Chunking your sentences.
Chunking. That sounds like a cooking term.
A little bit, actually. It means breaking a long idea into smaller, shorter pieces instead of trying to say one giant, perfect sentence.
Give me an example of the problem first.
Okay, imagine trying to say, I couldn't finish the report yesterday because there were several unexpected issues and I was also waiting on information from another department.
That's a mouthful.
It is. And if you try to build that whole sentence in your head before speaking, you're much more likely to freeze halfway through.
So instead,
break it into small chunks. I couldn't finish the report yesterday. Pause. There were some unexpected issues. Pause. I was also waiting on some information.
that feels so much easier to actually say out loud.
It is easier, and it's also easier for the listener to follow.
So chunking helps both sides of the conversation.
Exactly. It's not just a trick for nervous speakers, it's genuinely clearer communication.
I like that this isn't just about feelings, it's practical too.
Confidence and clarity usually go hand in hand. Now, here's something interesting. The way you speak can actually change how nervous you feel.
Wait, the voice affects the feeling, not just the feeling affecting the voice?
Yes, it works both ways. If you speak in a fast, panicked way, you often feel more panicked.
And if you slow down on purpose?
If you slow your voice down even a little, your body sometimes follows and starts to calm down too.
That sounds almost too simple to be true.
I thought so too, but I've tried it. In a stressful moment, I take one breath and speak slightly slower than feels natural, and it genuinely helps.
So confidence isn't only a feeling you wait for.
No, sometimes you can create it a little just by adjusting your pace.
That's actually kind of empowering.
It is. You don't have to feel fully confident before you speak. The confidence can grow while you're speaking.
I want that on a poster somewhere.
I'll design one for you. Let's also talk about vocabulary for a second, because I think there's a myth here too.
Another myth? We're busy today.
A big one. Many learners think using bigger, fancier words makes them sound smarter and more confident.
I've definitely tried that.
How did it go?
Badly. I once tried to say, we need to strategically optimize our workflow, instead of just saying, we need a better plan.
What happened?
I got halfway through the sentence, forgot where I was going, and just stopped talking completely.
The big word trap.
The big word trap is real, and I fell straight into it.
Simple, clear words almost always sound more confident than complicated ones you're not fully sure about.
I learned that the hard way.
Confidence isn't about impressing people with vocabulary. It's about being understood clearly.
We need a better plan would have worked perfectly.
It would have. Simple isn't weak. Simple is often stronger. I want to be honest about something here, too. Some people really will judge your English no matter what you do.
That's not very comforting.
I know, but pretending nobody ever judges anyone wouldn't be honest either.
So what do we do with that?
We accept that we can't control every listener, but we can control how we respond.
Meaning?
Meaning you can slow down, clarify, recover from mistakes, and keep your message clear. That part is always within your control.
So confidence isn't about controlling what everyone thinks of you.
No, that would be impossible. Confidence is about controlling how you continue the conversation.
That's the whole episode in one sentence, honestly.
I think so too. Before we move on, let's do a quick fire round. I'll give you a nervous situation. You give me one confident sentence.
Let's go.
You forget a word in the middle of a sentence.
Let me explain it another way.
Good one. Someone asks you a question and your mind goes blank for a second.
That's a good question. Give me a moment to think.
Nice and calm. You didn't understand what someone said.
Sorry, could you say that again?
You made a small grammar mistake mid-sentence.
Sorry, let's try that again.
You need to check what someone actually meant.
Just to clarify, do you mean today or tomorrow?
And finally, you're about to share an idea in a meeting and you're nervous.
I have one idea. Let me share it.
That was a great round.
I recover well under pressure, apparently.
Better than during the actual meeting, it seems. All right, we've covered a lot today. Let's slow down and look at some strong words from our conversation. This is Word Tour.
Our first word is composed.
Composed.
Composed means calm and in control, especially in a difficult or stressful moment.
You could say, I tried to stay composed even after my mistake.
Or, she sounded composed even though the question was hard.
This word doesn't mean you feel nothing. It means the nervousness doesn't take control of you.
Our next word is hesitate.
Hesitate.
To hesitate means to pause because you feel unsure or nervous.
You could say, I hesitated before answering, but then I found the right words.
Or, don't hesitate to ask for clarification.
That last phrase is very common and very useful.
Our next word is clarify.
Clarify.
To clarify means to make something clearer or to ask someone else to explain clearly.
You could say, could you clarify what you mean by that?
Or, just to clarify, do you need this today or tomorrow?
Clarifying is one of the most underrated confidence skills.
Our next word is recover.
Recover.
To recover means to get back in control after a mistake or a difficult moment.
You could say, I made a mistake, but I recovered quickly and kept going.
Or, learning to recover from small errors builds real confidence.
Confidence isn't about never falling. It's about knowing how to stand back up quickly.
Our next word is self-doubt.
Self-doubt.
Self-doubt is the feeling that makes you question your own ability.
You could say, self-doubt made me hesitate before speaking in the meeting.
Or, I'm learning to manage my self-doubt instead of letting it control me.
We don't always remove self-doubt completely, but we can learn to manage it.
Our final word today is articulate.
Articulate.
To articulate something means to express it clearly, especially an idea or a feeling.
You could say, I want to articulate my idea more clearly next time.
Or, she articulated her opinion calmly, even under pressure.
A great goal to hold on to. Not perfect English, just clear, articulate English.
So today's words were composed, hesitate, clarify, recover, self-doubt, and articulate.
Now let's use some of these ideas in better sentences. This is Say It Better.
We're taking nervous, apologetic sentences and making them sound calmer and more confident.
First sentence. Sorry, my English is bad.
This sentence makes your English the problem before anyone even hears your idea.
A better version is, I'm still improving, but let me try.
Or even stronger, I may need a moment, but I'd like to share my idea.
That sounds calm and confident without apologizing for existing.
Next sentence, I don't know how to say this.
Understandable, but it sounds unfinished.
A better version is, I'm looking for the right word.
Or, let me explain it another way.
Both give the listener something to hold on to instead of just silence.
Next sentence. Repeat that again.
Too direct for most situations.
A better version is, could you say that again, please?
Or, sorry, I didn't quite catch that.
Same meaning, much warmer tone.
Next sentence, I made a mistake.
Not wrong, but we can smooth it out in conversation.
A better version is, let me correct that. Or, I used the wrong word, I mean...
This keeps the conversation moving instead of stopping to announce the mistake.
Final sentence, I can't speak confidently.
This one sounds very final, like a closed door.
A better version is, I'm learning to stay calm while I speak.
Or, I'm practicing how to pause, clarify, and recover.
That sounds like a direction, not a label.
A label says who you are. A direction says where you're going.
I really like that distinction.
There's one more piece of this I want to talk about. The inner voice in your head before you even speak.
The inner critic.
Exactly. What does yours usually say right before you speak English?
Honestly, mine says things like, they're going to notice your accent, or you're going to sound stupid.
That's a harsh roommate to live with.
It really is. It never says anything encouraging.
Mine used to say, everyone here speaks better than you, just stay quiet.
That sounds exhausting to carry into every conversation.
It was, and the strange thing is that inner voice often feels like the truth, even when it isn't.
How did you start to change that?
I started noticing when the thought appeared, and instead of believing it completely, I just asked, is this actually true, or is this just fear talking?
That sounds simple, but I imagine it's harder in the moment.
It is harder in the moment that it gets easier with practice, like anything else.
What do you say to yourself now instead?
Something more like, I might make a mistake and that's completely fine.
That's such a different energy.
It gives you permission to be imperfect before you even start speaking.
I think I need a phrase like that for meetings.
Try this one. My idea is worth sharing, even if my English isn't perfect.
I like that a lot. It puts the focus back on the idea, not the grammar.
That's the whole point. Your idea doesn't become less valuable because of an accent or a small mistake.
I think many learners forget that. They treat every grammar mistake like it erases the value of what they said.
It really doesn't. People remember your message far more than they remember your exact sentence structure.
That's actually really freeing to think about.
It should be. You're not auditioning to be a grammar textbook. You're trying to communicate with another human being.
I have my moments too, apparently.
We're both full of wisdom today.
Must be the coffee.
Must be. So the next time that inner critic starts talking before you speak, try to notice it, question it gently, and replace it with something more honest and kind.
Kind, not fake positive, just kind.
Exactly. We're not pretending everything is perfect. We're just refusing to let one nervous voice control the whole conversation.
How does that work for listeners who can't see us?
Well, tone carries a lot of the same information body language does. A flat, quiet voice can sound unsure, even if the words are correct.
That's true. I've noticed that in meetings. Someone can say something smart, but if their voice trails off at the end, it sounds like a question instead of a statement.
Exactly, and that happens a lot with English learners. You know your idea is solid, but your voice drops because you're unsure about pronunciation.
So the idea gets buried under the uncertainty in your voice.
Right. One small trick is to keep your voice steady until the very end of the sentence, especially for statements, not questions.
Can you show me the difference?
Sure. Try saying, "I think we should launch next week," but let your voice drop at the end like a question.
I think we should launch next week.
Now say it like a statement, voice staying steady or even slightly firm at the end.
I think we should launch next week.
Hear the difference?
I do, actually. The second one sounds like I actually believe it.
That's confidence living in your tone, not just your vocabulary.
I never thought about ending strength before.
It's a small detail, but it changes how people receive your message.
I'm going to be very aware of my sentence endings now.
Good. That awareness is the first step. Let's also talk about preparation, because I think a little bit of preparation goes a long way for confidence.
Like memorizing a speech?
No, not memorizing, more like having a few flexible phrases ready before a situation, so you're not building everything from zero under pressure.
Give me an example.
If you know you have a meeting tomorrow, you could prepare one sentence for sharing an opinion, one for disagreeing politely, and one for asking a question.
So not a full script, just a few anchor phrases.
Exactly. Anchor phrases. Something like, "I see it a bit differently," or "Can we look at this from another angle?"
Those are useful even outside of English learning.
They are. Confident communicators, even in their first language, often have a small set of go-to phrases they lean on.
That makes me feel better. It's not just a language learner thing.
Not at all. Everyone benefits from a little preparation, especially in high-pressure moments.
I think I'm going to write down a few anchor phrases for my next meeting.
That's a great habit to build. Preparation doesn't remove all nervousness, but it definitely softens it.
Softens it enough that a small mistake doesn't feel like the end of the world.
Exactly. Because when you have a plan, one wrong word doesn't derail the whole conversation.
It's just a bump, not a wall.
I love that. A bump, not a wall.
I have my moments.
Rare, but they happen. Can I add one small thought before we move to the closing?
Of course.
I think we also need to talk about comparing ourselves to other speakers, because that's a huge confidence killer too.
Oh, I do this constantly. I hear someone speak smoothly and immediately feel worse about my own English.
That's so common. But here's the thing. You're comparing your nervous in progress version to their finished practiced version.
I never thought of it that way.
Someone who sounds confident today probably had 100 awkward, nervous conversations before this one.
So their smoothness isn't the starting point, it's the result.
Exactly. And comparing your beginning to someone else's result isn't fair to you.
That actually makes me feel a lot better about my own progress.
It should. Confidence isn't a starting skill. It's something built through actual practice, including the awkward parts.
Including circling things back the wrong way?
Especially that.
I'll wear that mistake proudly then.
As you should. So before we finish, let's bring this back to your meeting story.
Must we return to circle this back?
One last time. If that moment happened again, what would you do differently?
I'd pause, say, sorry, let's come back to this, and just continue with my idea.
No triple apology?
No triple apology. Maybe one small correction, and that's it.
That's real progress.
I'm choosing to believe that.
Confidence in English doesn't mean perfect grammar or fast talking. It means staying calm, clarifying when needed, and recovering quickly when something goes wrong.
And maybe not apologizing 3 times for one small word.
Especially that.
So this week, try one small thing. Pick one phrase, a pause phrase, a clarifying phrase, or a recovery phrase, and practice it until it feels natural.
You're not preparing to be perfect.
You're preparing to continue.
Thank you for listening to the Spoken English podcast today.
If this episode helped you, write one confident sentence in the comments, even a small one.
Keep practicing, keep speaking, and if you ever circle something back the wrong way,
Just smile, correct it, and keep going.
see you in the next episode.
Bye for now.